Alright, so today we are going to be working in Inventor, and what we are going to do is we are going to be designing our planetary gears. What you need to do is that you need to open up the assembly file. You'll see all these tabs up here. This is going to be design. You're going to want to go to that, and then you're going to want to save it because it's going to have you save it. I'll just do full assembly 6. I'll just do full assembly 6. Why not? Then what you do is that this menu is going to pop up. It's going to tell you about the different gears. You're going to want to have 10 UL for the first one, because that's the sun gear. That's going to be 10 teeth for the first one. To that, you could just click OK, accept, and then there's your sun gear. Now what you want to do is that if you were to set this desired gear ratio to 2.0 UL, this would now be, this is the correct ratio for the sun gear or the planet gears, and you want to make sure that this is a component, this is no model, or else they won't work, or else they'll create both, and that won't work exactly as planned. Now here's a planet gear. You can just line up wherever you want to. It doesn't matter how you line up, just as long as you have 3 planet gears, this will work for this project. Alright, now that you have those, you need to start by going inside constraints. So what you need to do is that this is going to be spur gear number 1. You're going to want to open it up, then you're going to want to go to its origin. You're going to want to go to assembly. You're going to want to constrain the z-axis of this to the world z-axis. But actually before you do that, you have to unground this, because this is going to be grounded since it's created first. And when it's grounded, that means it can't move, basically. So you're going to want to unground it. Then once you do that, you set the z-axis to the z-axis. You don't need any offset here. Now that you have that, you need to start by taking all the other sun gears, all the other planet gears, z-axes, and restraining them to the z-axis of the sun gear. So I'm going to open up all of them right now. So constrain, and then constrain. You want to have a 1.5 inch offset, because that is the center distance here. Since this gear is 2 inches, this gear here is 1 inch. The 1.5 offset would basically make a center to center distance, so the gears aren't touching. If you zoom in, you'll notice that they aren't touching. So you want to do this for all 3 of them. Hold on a minute. That's that one. Once you're done, I would suggest closing it down so that way you don't get confused which gear is which, like I did there for a second. 1.5. Now it doesn't matter if all these are on top of each other. That'll happen. That'll be normal at first, but as you do it more and more, it'll look nicer as you start to get it all put together. And you don't need the ring gear yet. That'll come later in the project. So right now, what you need to do after that is you need to start restricting all these z-axes of the planet gears to one another. So you'd want to constrain this z-axis to this z-axis. It wants to be at 2.6 offset, so that way this center distance and this center distance of the 2 planets is always 2.6 inches away from each other. You click apply, and what you want to do after that is you want to do, for the other one, you want to do origin, z-axis to z-axis, 2.6. But actually, hold on a minute, this seems to be working for once. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have the right gears. If you do it exactly as I'll do it, you'll be able to get this correct. So this one to this one, 2.6. There you go. Now see how they're all 2.6 inches away and they all make a triangle? Now that means when you spin these around, the center distance is always going to be 1.5 inches from the sun gear, and then these gears are always going to be 2.6 inches from one another, so they always stay in the same area. Now what you want to do next is you want to take one of these z-axes, one of the planet z-axes, and you're going to want to constrain that to the world, a world axis of some sort, so that way it could, actually it won't work in this case. So once you have that there, you just want to make sure that it stays. So then what you want to do now is you're going to want to create your ring gear. You want to go to Inventor, you want to go to spur gear. Then what you want to do is you want to change this to 2.5 UL. Then once you have that, you have to go change this to 20 teeth. You have to make this internal or else it won't work. Then you click calculate. This will automatically change to 50 UL. And now this will work. So since there's a component that's no model, this will create. Then there's your ring gear. Now that you have that, you need to take that, take its origin, constrain its origin to the world z-axis, which is pretty much the same z-axis for the sun gears, so it doesn't matter. You could constrain the board's z-axis to this, and it would work either way. There you go. You click apply. Now you have that. You need to go to your motion constraints. Now the way you motion constrain these is you basically go to constrain, then you go to the tab that says motion. You want to make sure that all the constraints look like this. You want to make sure that your ratios look correct. So you want to select this face. Go here, select this face. Make sure it's a 0.5 because since this is 1 inches, this is 2 inches, it'll be a 1 to 2 ratio pretty much. And that's, you have to do that for all these. Let me do that real quick. And make sure that they're all going all the same, or else it won't work. And make sure you select the sun gear first, or else for some reason I found out many times over that doesn't work if you don't select the sun gear first. For some reason it doesn't work. It just won't play with the way Inventor wants it to. Now that you have that, if you were to take this and move this, you'll see that these all move in unison. These look like gears. They would move like they would in real life. Now that you have that, all you need to do is you need to motion constrain. You need to motion constrain the sun gear to the ring gear, and it needs, since it's a 1 to 5 ratio, it needs to be 0.2 UL. Then they need to be opposite directions since that's how gears work. Then you click the front view, you click out of this, and then there you go. You got working gears in Inventor.